Hey, so we're in a beautiful garden. It's the first part of March here in Kentucky, and it's time to think about the garden and what we're going to do for it. We've got a lot of things going on already. We've got Swiss chard growing over here. We've got some lettuces here. We've got beautiful kale right here. You want some, May? And then we've also got some fallow areas that are now covered in cover crop, and I want to show you those first because a good garden in the spring starts off with a final move in the fall that gets it ready for the spring. So let's take a look at that garden cover crop. This is an excellent example of a well-maintained bed throughout the winter. It's a nice raised bed to begin with some pretty daggone good soil, but we've really taken the right step last fall, late September, and putting together a nice cover crop mix here. In this cover crop mix, we've got red mammoth clover, we've got hairy vetch, groundhog radish, some winter rye, and some Austrian winter peas. Now, some things did better than others, but as you can see, there's really no weeds. These are all the winter cover crops that we planted. They're very green. We've had, of course, a mild winter here this year, but nonetheless, they're very healthy. And we've got a ton of free nitrogen that's been pulled from the air and put into the ground. So let's take a look at this soil and see what the condition of it is and its structure. We're just going to press down a little bit and go into it, but watch. It goes in like butter, and we're down 12 inches, and look how loose it is and how rich it is. We're talking about a really high quality soil with a lot of organic matter. This is a great knife, by the way. This is a gardening knife that we get from A.M. Leonard. And look, there's an earthworm there. All this organic matter is good. No clay to speak of. The groundhog radish, that penetrated into the soil and subsoil. Think of it as a big daikon radish that goes down 16 inches. So we've got all this beautiful organic matter. We've got nitrogen in here, earthworms, and it's just like, look how, I mean, it's just like cake. So how much better can it get? I don't know. That's really fantastic. So this is what we're going to plant into without hardly any changes. We'll tell you what we would do to it to improve it just a bit, but it's really ready to go. Worm castings are without a doubt, in my mind, the best single element if you can get good, clean, pure worm castings. Look, it looks like coffee grounds, and they don't smell. They're not sticky to the hand. They're easy to apply, and remember, you're not trying to add tons of organic matter. That's what a lot of people think compost is for. But really what you're trying to do is add biology. And the biology and the calcium in here and the other nutrients in here are without a doubt the single, if you did nothing else to your garden, but this is the single best amendment you can use. But worm castings are cheap. This 5-gallon bucket's only $11, so you can buy cheaper things. There always is a cheaper soil, there's always a cheaper fertilizer. That's how we got into the chemical fertilizers to begin with, but this is still the very best. Nature got it right a long time ago. All right, I think this is going to be ready to plant into in a couple of weeks. So the last thing I want to tell you is this. Really, the key ingredient to any good garden is to remember one thing: courage. Because when you try, you're going to learn. Whether you succeed or fail, something good's going to come from your activity in the garden. So give it a shot and good luck in the spring garden. It's going to be a great year to grow. This is Steve from Fresh Start. Check us out. Give us a call if we can help you.